York Timber Holdings is a forest product and sawmill business. It was incorporated in 1916 and has been listed on the JSE since 1946, has a market cap of 1.4 billion rand and a price to earnings ratio of 9.6, but currently pays no dividends. And York Timbers, that share price looks very flat and very low. Give us a little insight here, Ian.
Well, I'm always interested in a company that was founded in 1916, has been listed since 1946. Gee, that's a long time. That does say they've got perseverance, at least.
A track record, let's say, a healthy track record.
Sure, but I'm dismayed by the focus on their product, which is pine and eucalyptus trees. The worst thing from a greenie's point of view. They do terrible damage to the environment, and but notwithstanding that, they're in business to sell that product. And I think that they're likely to do it well. But they've also had a patchy period. They've just had done a deal with, taken over from Iliad, their wooden production and distribution products. And I think maybe that's also going to add to their business. But it's recovery mode, and the share price says it doesn't look exciting right now.
Depressed share price, any hope of upside?
It's had quite an interesting track record. I mean, I'm trying to remember back to the 1916s and how it was back then. It was founded by the Tucker family. You remember it had that CEO called Solly Tucker, who had an enormous
I remember
head
interviewing Mr. Tucker
really?
some
exactly.
way
But
back
I think
when I was working for a different
left,
broadcaster.
and I think they sold their interest to Rand Merchant Bank. And Rand Merchant Bank's first innovation with the business was to decide that they didn't need forest timber burning down insurance. The minute they cancelled it, the same year all the fires came through and all the trees were burned. So they had major losses almost immediately, and I think that's the share price disaster.
That's a good case study for insurance.
Having said that, I mean, they are, after Sapien, Safcol and Mondi, I think one of the largest sort of timber owners, and they've got these contracts to make joists and lumber into the industry, and plywood they're big in. So I think it's a kind of a recovery turnaround type story. I'm not sure who the key shareholders are anymore, whether RMB have offloaded that or not. But again, I mean, they're sort of battling their way back to solvency. The results have been very patchy since those bad days. Whether it's in turnaround mode yet, I think it's a little too early to say.
What will be the sign to say this is starting to turn around?
Well, I suppose we'll see it in the share price. You know, when you've got a 3-year sideways, call it consolidation, when it breaks out of there, gee, with that as a base, it could be big. Does one accumulate the shares in the meantime? The record doesn't give a good reason for that right now.
Hot or not on York Timbers, Paul?
No, I don't think so. It's a bit too small and a bit too mixed a story, but you know, maybe in time. Not hot for now.
Ian, hot or not?
No, not hot.